Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply Fun. I'm your host, Aries. Today we're doing a book about flies for the greater Yellowstone area. Now, first of all, I gotta say, this is another advanced user. It's very cool and all if you know what you're doing, but apparently they don't have any instructions. This book is basically a guidebook of what flies you can use on the greater Yellowstone and Teton areas, as well as the fire hole rivers. This doesn't have any way of talking about where to go to make this book. It just shows what you need and a picture of it. It doesn't show anything else. Like, for example, right here. That's it. So technically, would it be worth something for you? No, it wouldn't. Why? Because it's a book that I highly recommend, only if you want to use it as a reference book to purchasing flies for the Yellowstone or the greater Teton area. Now, Aaron's cooking. Aaron can glance through it for just a second to see his opinion because he's in the background. And then I got to round up some more books to review today.
Actually, this is much... No. She's wrong on this. This is much more like the last book that she did, which was from Eric Leiser, called The Book of Fly Patterns. But it's got all the nifty pictures that show you what you're doing, roughly. It tells you all the hooks, the threads. This is a recipe book, and it's a recipe book that actually shows you the pictures of what you're doing. This is actually a really awesome book. This is one I'd want.
I said it was only used for if you don't know what you're doing fly tying wise. You could use that as a reference book. Purchase flies for on the greater Yellowstone and the Firehole River.
Yeah, but I think I'd actually buy this book.
Well,
so if you're really into fly tying, this book looks awesome.
Yeah, and it's for only the Yellowstone area, by the way. Flies for the greater Yellowstone areas. What do I rate it? Well, Aaron says I don't know what he'd rate
I'll
it.
give it a 9 out of 10. Oh, and one other thing. Most of the hatches in Yellowstone are found in a lot of other places in the country. So there might be a few in there that are Yellowstone specific, but you might find some that'll work in your area. And also, there's the thing to keep in mind that not all fish go after the same hatches. Sometimes you can introduce something new, and they'll be like, what the heck is that? And they'll take it in a second. So... or you can find something that looks fairly similar in there to something in your area that's not in that book, and you can still make something like it.
I plan to get this anyways for a reference, for at least a reference, and for Aaron so he could use it for fly tying. This book, in my opinion, as I said with Aaron, I give it 9 out of 10, and I give it 4 out of 5 stars. If you have any questions or concerns, or you want to post a comment on this video, please unsubscribe, leave feedback, suggestions, comments. Thank you, and may God bless the world.